All right, what is up, everyone? It has been a minute since I made a vlog. It's been a long time, actually, probably a year and a half. And I have so many people reaching out, appreciatively I have people reaching out, wondering what's been going on, what I've been up to, why I'm not playing as much, although I kind of have been, and so forth. Kind of wanted to touch on a few things. I made a couple bullets. The last vlog I made, I was being barred from some local events, and still to this day, that does hold true. I'm not allowed to play in a lot of those events, and that's fine. It is what it is. I get it. It just stinks because sometimes you just want to leave the house and go hit pool balls, have a good time with your friends. It's not like you're out to rob a tournament for $40, because at the end of the day, $40 can make a big difference. So I am speaking upon weeklies. I do have a great weekly tournament, 2 of them around me. I have one that I go to very, very often. Race to 1, 8-ball every Wednesday. Love that tournament. Love the owners. Love the place, Alibi's Bar and Grill in Adelphia, Ohio. Wonderful, wonderful place. Big fan. And if anybody can ever stop through there and play on it, they have 8-foot diamond, like smart tables, like the Pro-Ams or whatever. I don't know exact ones, but like the ones we always play the big tournaments on, except they're 8-footers. Super nice place, great food. Check it out. Anyway, there's been a lot happens. Right after I made my last vlog, my dad got pretty sick and everything. If you know me on a personal level, you know me and my dad were best friends. He retired when I was 4. He's the one that got me into pool, taking me to tournaments when I was a kid and so forth. I actually lost my father March 15th, 2024. Unfortunately, it went pretty quick. He got sick. A few days later, he was gone. I had to go through all of that. But then I had to deal with the grief of my father, being my best friend, talked to every day, one of my main supporters along with my mother, being gone. The most positive, male, influential, outlook I had to see every day of my life was completely gone. And grieving with that was really, really tough. As far as pool went, I had no desire to pick up a pool cue, put it in my hand, play. I honestly didn't have a desire to do too much. The only thing that I found comfort in was putting myself around a couple friends, and getting on the water, going fishing and doing that, and just being outside and away from everything. And I did a lot of that on my free time. I did a lot of that. I was not playing pool at all. When I say at all, the cues never went together. I didn't know what shaft I knew what shaft I was playing with, but I had multiple ones. I didn't know what tip I was using at the time and so forth. And I literally was just not playing at all, not hitting a ball. And looking back on that, I kind of regret it, but sometimes we just have to do what we got to do. So that happened. I got hired on at a great job. I won't say the name of it. No big deal. I loved the job. Absolutely loved the job. Loved the work. Loved my boss. Everything was absolutely wonderful. It was salary, of course, and I had a 3-hour commute, an hour and a half each way to get to work. And then on top of that, many weeks I was working 50, sometimes 70 hours a week, averaging in the 60s, a lot. Yeah, and it was just mentally draining. Mentally draining. Before my first couple weeks, before it got that bad, I did decide to get a dog, and I got Nyla, and she's asleep right now. I'll call her over in a minute. I got a dog, because I would never get one being that busy, but I got a dog because I didn't think it was going to be that bad. And long story short, my father had a little bit of cash in his wallet when he passed away. I didn't know what to do with it. It feels weird spending that money, and she was an $800 dog, and he had $400 some, so I took his money, about half of her. His name was Ned, her name's Nyla. I used the money, and then on top of it, later on, I found out she was born the same day of the month that my dad had passed away. Not the same month, but the same day of the month, and I just thought that was interesting. Her name's Nyla, last name Wallace, middle name Ann, after my mom. Her initials are Null, which I think is kind of funny for a dog. She has been the absolute highlight of our time. Hey, Nyla. Come here. She's asleep. Come here. But she has been the highlight. No, you're all right. Come here. Come on. Come here. Yes, you're allowed to. I tell her you're loud. She's been a highlight. I just woke her up from a nap, so it's okay. You go back, lay down. Lay down. Go lay down. No, you're all right. Oh, sorry about that. I had somebody across the road mowing. But anyway, she's doing her job. She was letting me know somebody was here. But she's been the absolute highlight. She helped me out a lot. She did exactly what I was hoping she would do. She got me out of the house. We go on walks. We go hiking. We go to town. We go places. She literally goes about everywhere with me that I can take her. And she minds very, very well. So right now she's barking, yes, but she's doing what she's supposed to. She's letting me know somebody's out there. But anyway, I finally decided to pick up a pool cue again while I was still working. and the job started to pick up a lot, but I found this desire to play a little bit of pool here and there. And honestly, it was just tough. I never could hit balls during the week. I was never home enough. Sometimes only home 3 or 4 hours to shower and everything. So I literally never got to play a lot. I wasn't in stroke. I went to a good tournament at Buckeye Billiards, Mansfield, Ohio. Great pool room owned by Ed Hancock. Highly recommend that pool room too. Went up there and just looked like a fool. I played absolutely terrible. I didn't do well. Won a couple matches. I just didn't play well. Didn't compete well. And that bothered me. And yeah, so I came home from that, and I don't know, it was just tough. I couldn't get around a pool table to practice. I had this desire to play, doing 60, 70-hour weeks, sometimes a 50, and everything else, and I just didn't have time to play. And long story short, I tried to have a communication a little bit, talking about the hours of work and all that, and I love the job, great paying job, but I literally never had time for my family. I never had time for me, nothing. And I noticed that everybody that worked there was in the same boat. They was all having the same issues. So I decided to step away from that job, trying to benefit my mental health and my future, because I'm a firm believer we have to have some balance to be able to be ourselves, be our best selves, and then to be able to, you know, help our community and others around us and be positive. Like, the whole goal is to be positive and happy. So I did quit. Went on not long after that, Nyla turned a year old. And literally it was right after that. She turned a year old, which was kind of neat. Big baby. Friggin' 85-pound-year-old dog. But anyway, it's been really, really good. Really, really good. She goes out in the boat with me, goes fishing, does everything. I highly recommend, if you need a best friend to be there with you through everything, get a dog and invest in your dog. Give your dog your time. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'll quit rambling about her, though. Shortly after that, fishing season kicked in. Still wasn't playing much pool, even though I just restarted the job I was working. Fishing season kicked in, and I found myself on the water a bunch. And I found some happiness, and started to find joy, and started to be happier every day, even with the grieving and getting over all of that. If you've ever lost somebody close to you, I'm sure you know what I mean. But I found a lot of happiness in that. And then my little cousin, who was 15, decided he wanted to fish for our high school fishing team. We don't have one. So we found another boy that wanted to fish, and we created a team under our high school name and got invited by a neighboring county to fish their Southern Ohio bass fishing series. So multiple schools. I won't go into that too much detail. We did a lot of that. I was a boat captain for some bass tournaments, practices, got to have that responsibility. A lot of learning there. Got to enjoy the boys. Boys will be boys, and, you know, and the boat talk and everything else you can only imagine. And I really enjoyed that. We went to state. It was like 4 hours away in northern Ohio. Had terrible weather for it. The boys pushed through. We enjoyed ourselves. We learned a lot. Our community came together. We fundraised. Had like over 30 sponsors in local businesses help with that. We did a lot of work with that to make that work. And I'm hoping to continue it next year. You know, God willing, let me have the time. And that was absolutely just awesome. Well, finally, that slowed down a little bit, and I was like, man, I want to play some pool. So got the cues out, dusted them off, and I finally got the table cleaned off, and I was like, I'm going to hit some pool balls, try to get back in gear. Hit pool balls like a week, maybe, like 3 or 4 days, and I went to a monthly at the League Room, which is in Parkersburg, West Virginia. You know, I'm sponsored by 2 main rooms, the League Room, Parkersburg, West Virginia, and the Pool Hall in Huntington, West Virginia. Shout out to both of them. Phenomenal people, phenomenal rooms. Love them rooms. And I went to the League Room for a monthly, and I did not play good. I played absolutely awful. I have a big table. This is bar table tournaments, and I noticed everything about me. You know, I hadn't been competing. I hadn't been in the grease. I'd played 1 real tournament. Honestly, probably like 3 real tournaments in a year and a couple local weeklies. Like, I literally wasn't playing pool. I just did it to go see people. But I played this monthly, played bad. I split the tournament. Me and a great friend, Tri Hinton, the Hintons out of Parkersburg, great family. Love that entire family, like a second family to me. And I split it with him, but still in return, I did not play good. I did not play good pool. I probably played 75 Fargo points under myself, or 50. I don't know. I did not play good. And that was a kick in the old feelings, the old ego, if that makes any sense. And I came home, and I just started practice. I mean, a lot. So much that without being in the grease, I won't know, you know, tournaments and gambling, but I felt like I was striking the ball as good as ever. Playing a ton. And I started going to my weeklies and a couple other monthlies, whatever. playing, and I noticed that I was cueing the ball very, very well. We got a couple break and runs out of my weekly that gets up decent, and me and another guy, we go in together on it, and we hit it once for 900 something, second time for 900 something, the third time for almost 1300 some, and it was just giving you that itch to keep playing and playing and playing, and I was. So I was like, what am I going to do? You know, I went to a few small tournaments, and I won pretty much everything like locally that I entered. Granted, these were local events, not regionals, but I was just feeling pretty good. I went to a couple big bar table, like short race tournaments, did really well. Was getting that drive back, that instinct, enjoying the game, enjoying being around it, loving it. Really wasn't posting a whole lot on social media at all. And then I was like, man, I got to do something. So I was still practicing, and I was like, I want to make my practices more serious. I was running some drills, of course, hitting a lot of balls, but I wanted to make myself bear down. So I got online, and I just started this series. My buddy was at the house one night, and he asked me how many racks he thinks I broke and ran in my life or whatever. I said, I don't know. He asked me, what about 1,000? I said, well, I've definitely broke and ran 1,000 racks in my life. I know I have. And then we were sitting there talking, and he's like, I told him, I was like, I should do something like that, and like break and run racks and create a series or something. And I was like, I want to run 1,000 racks. And he's like, that's a lot. Why don't you start a little lower than that, like 500 or something? I was like, no, like I want to make the goal big enough that it gives me drive to practice when I'm practicing. So I created this little YouTube and TikTok series or whatever about on the road to break and run 1,000 racks of pool, whether it be 9-ball, World 9-ball tour break format, break from the side, 8-ball, 10-ball. I don't care the games, whatever. Literally just break and run 1,000 racks and then upload each one to the internet and do some commentary with it. I honestly did this to push myself to practice and be more serious, and did it ever work? I noticed I could not get off the pool table. We had beautiful weather for 7 or 8 weeks, gorgeous fishing weather to be outside. I could not get off the pool table, just videoing. Within 3 weeks, I had like 100 videos, 100 break and runs in the vault. I've only posted like 35 now, but I have like 100 in the vault. And I'll be honest with you, I feel like I might have been playing better than ever. It really made me bear down. My stroke was starting to really shine again. I felt like I was playing better and better. I was learning new things about the break. I look terrible doing it in some of the videos because I'm changing so many things with the break. But it started to come together recently, and I couldn't do it consistently yet. But every now and then I'd get a few good ones and a couple bad ones. But my break started to get way better. And I was super, super happy about that. And man, I've been ecstatic about playing. So much that my boat has not been on the water in 7 or 8 weeks. And that says something if you know me. If you know me at all. So playing a ton of pool. And very shortly after that, just very recently, a week ago or so, I have experienced a shoulder injury, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, whatever. And I don't know exactly. But a shoulder injury, dumbest thing in the world. I was throwing a ball to my dog. And I could throw about 60 miles an hour, pretty far, nothing crazy. And it landed 10 feet in front of me, and my arm hurt a little bit. It just felt weird, stiff. And I threw it about 3 more times, and I quit. It started burning. Within 4 hours later, I couldn't even steer my vehicle. And just yesterday did I get out of a sling. Still can't lift it over my head or anything. And it's my left arm, my left shoulder. I did go to urgent care. They gave me a steroid shot, blah, blah, blah. I won't get into all that. I might go back next week for more imaging. It doesn't hurt as bad now, but I know it's still hurt. That's because of the medicine. And so I have not been playing the last week. Thankfully, I still have like 50, 60 videos in the vault that I can post one a day on for the road to 1,000 break and runs. I'm excited about that, by the way. And because I am going to finish it. I don't know how long it'll take. If I wanted to, I could do it in several months. But the editing of the videos takes forever. The runs isn't that bad. The runs, I can sit here and do 15 comfortably a night, probably. I did 30 one night. And that was a long night. But, yeah, so I haven't really been playing a lot the last week and a half. And I was like, man, I got to do something, get on and make some posts. And I want to make another vlog entry. So here we are doing that and just trying to give everybody an update. My future plans, as long as my arm is willing, is I will be at Derby City Classic. I will play in the bank. I will play in the 9-ball. Me and my buddy Michael Hinton go every year. I am going to play that event. It's one I almost refuse to miss. I love bank pool. Probably not my best game, but it's my favorite game. And I want to go play in that event. Absolutely love it. Something else I want to talk about real quick, which I will go into more detail maybe on a later video. Obviously, sitting in front of me, Jam Up Apparel. And like, I'm getting ready to get a couple more jerseys from them for this season. I call it a season, winter season. I'm stoked about that. I need to take the time to sit down and get that all put together so they can get them to me, and put a couple like new sponsors and stuff on there. So yeah, I'm really, really excited about that. Their clothing is absolutely phenomenal to play in and comfortable, and I highly, highly recommend. I actually have a link I can send you that when you get on the website, it shows that I sent you there. So if you would like that, please ask for it, and I will probably link it in this video on YouTube in the description. It'll be down there, so please check that out. Also, send a like button if you will, just so it gets out a little bit more. But one of the things I wanted to talk about, I am still playing with. I don't have my Ryan Meyer cue. He has it back right now. We're working on something with it. I'm not sure I'll get it back. There's something that happened to it, and it's just a freak accident. But I did track down this old Predator 3K5 of mine that I had years ago. I did a video on this, released it not long ago. It used to be a linen wrap, and it took me years to find it. It was in the backseat of a truck, beat around, the butt was warped, completely done. And my buddy Dave cut out the linen wrap. We put it ebony like I wanted. New butt cap because it was destroyed. We threaded the old bottom of it for the new bumpers so my extensions would fit, and we changed it from a quick unilock to a radial. Super, super cool. I had Dave put his name in it. The cue's probably not worth a whole lot, but sentimental value, it's the cue that I went from being like a 600 to a 700 player with probably. I won I don't know, a couple $100,000 with that cue or something. I'd have to sit down and really think about it. But also, I have recently upgraded shafts. I have the Wheat State Custom Carbon. It's the Gen 5 Pro, also known as the Gen 5R, but it is the Gen 5 Pro. It's about ready to be rebranded to the Gen 5 Pro. And I am a big fan of this shaft. I will not sit down here and run down other companies, because without other companies, nobody will push each other to be better and better. But I will say this. I have played with many carbon shafts. Many carbon shafts. Am I sponsored by Wheat State? Absolutely. Do I get them for free? No, I do not. And I want to give an unbiased opinion on that. I played with this equipment before the sponsorship. And the reason why, the taper is extremely long. The shaft still has a ton of power, yet I still feel like I can feel the ball. And not to throw any other names out there, there's a lot of carbon shafts that play great, but I don't feel like I have a feel of the ball. And I like playing bank pool, and I like twisting balls and feeling it and feeling the contacts. And all in all, this is the absolute best shaft I have ever personally played with for my playing style. I did go from a 12.5 to a 12.8. You're probably wondering why. I've played with a 12.5 for my entire career, and I went up to the 12.8 because the taper is so long that the extra diameter width does not bother my stroke, and I get a little bit less unwanted spin probably. I just feel like I pocket balls better. I mean, it's that simple, and I have a big enough stroke and the knowledge to be able to move the cue ball around the table when I need to. So, Wheat State Custom Carbon, Wheat State Custom Carbon cues. They make the Gen 5 Pro, Gen 5R. I literally cannot recommend this shaft enough. It has changed the way I feel about playing pool. That's all I can say. I get excited to pick up my cue with this shaft on. I remember when I got my first one, I instantly called him and was like, hey, I need another one. I live an hour and a half from my tip guy. Shout out to Dave Steininger Custom Cues out of Columbus, Ohio. He does all my cue work for me. I drive 3 hours round trip for Dave, and he does all my cue work for me. And I'm just ecstatic with my equipment. I play with what I like. For instance, I know Q-Tech makes great equipment. The only thing Q-Tech I own is the case. I love the Q-Tech cases. Love the Q-Tech cases. I've had quite a few cases over the years, and it's my favorite case I've ever had. So you'll see me rocking a Q-Tech case with some Frankenstein-like Predator custom cue, whatever, right now, and these whatever. I don't care. I play with what I like, and that's what I talk about. And last but not least, of course, Thoroughbred tips. I have been with Thoroughbred tips probably 3 years, maybe 4 years. I've played with them 5, probably, almost 6. I am sponsored by Thoroughbred, but again, I play with them twice as long as my sponsorship right now, and I love the tip. Bang for the buck. I don't think there's a better tip on the market. Bang for the buck. There's some amazing tips out there, no doubt about it. We all know that. I'm a big Thoroughbred fan. For the price that you can get them for and the playability that they are, they cut amazing, they burnish well, they look good. I sell in between 100 to 200 a year, and I've did that for 3 or 4 years, and I've had 2 people complain about tips. And I'm not saying they were wrong. I'm just saying that's how far it's, as far as quality control, I love the tip. But I don't want to make this ramble any longer. It's already insanely long. Yeah, 15, 16 minutes. That's a very long update. Hardly anybody's probably going to watch this. That is entirely fine. But for those that wanted to know, here's where we're at. So I am going to get all this stuff put up, and I have plans this evening. And yeah, I'm going to hang out. So that's about it. But I'm going to get everything put up and try to heal up this shoulder of mine, try to figure it out. And I'm going to hang out with Nyla tonight and go from there. That's my plan. But if you have watched all this, I appreciate you. It's a long vlog. That's what's been happening for the last year and a half. My goal is to come off the shoulder injury, come back, finish the road to 1,000 breaking runs, whether it takes me a year or whatever it is. The editing takes forever. But if you want to check that out, greatly appreciated. There's some good commentary in it. I feel it's as professional as I can make it for at home. And for the lower level players, you might learn something from it, humbly speaking. So I enjoy talking about the game. If anybody has any questions about any of the stuff I play with, whether it be my custom cue, my wheat steak shafts, my thoroughbred tips, jam up apparel, the league room, the pool hall, anything whatsoever. Dave up in Columbus doing all the cue work for great players, by the way, and a mass following. The guy's like a wizard. Please reach out. I'm more than happy to help. And if you guys want to reach out for anything else, go right ahead. I'm more happy to help. I'm not saying I know a lot, but I've been around for a while, and I love talking about it. So with that, everyone, thank you for tuning in. If you lasted this long, you are a trooper is all I can say. And as always, play pool and never stop.